Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Right here we see 190 million XRP move between whales and top tier exchanges as XRP shows a 12.12% rise. I believe that was yesterday, right? Yes, that is yesterday. So we were seeing some real push. It's kind of pulled back some on that. But I do want to offer this. I believe the push in price that we're seeing, and I have to wonder, and I have no way for me to sit down and split this information up and prove my theory or my speculation, but I share with you this. I do believe that on-demand liquidity is controlling price and not the retail investor. That's my speculation, not financial advice. And this isn't financial advice either, but I tell you what, it's good to know what's going on. Now, we know to couple along with the fact that we've got extremely high inflation, which is over the 7.5% that's reported, let's be honest. But we also know mortgage interest rates are starting to raise too, and that is going to squash this seller market that is going on right now out here. We are going to see that tail off quite quickly. And all of that reminds me, look, it's crypto for my high risk assets and the things that I really believe in the digital asset market, right? It's private equity for me outside of that. Why invest in just the tech when you can invest and own some of the companies too? That's why I use Link 2. And this right here, it's God's money. You can save, send, and spend it now with a GlimpPay card, and you can take physical delivery of it as well. But here's the other thing I love about gold. God's money doesn't have any regulatory issues. God's money gold doesn't have any issues when it comes to lack of clarity between market regulators. And it certainly is something that you're going to want to have when you have inflation going through the roof. I'll put a link for GlimpPay underneath the video. Right here, Honduras may be the next country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The next El Salvador, is it? A move that would rock the legacy establishment. Yeah. Listen, two things here. One, I know the IMF has already said they don't like this out of El Salvador, so I'm pretty sure they're going to feel the same exact way about it from Honduras. Now, the other part to this is that you could make the argument and say, hey, even though the world stage and the financial world is not happy about this, and governments certainly aren't, one thing I can say is that this is screaming XRP bridge currency, so you can isolate any kind of spillover shocks that may come from such a decision made by a country. So we'll see what goes on there. However, in Thailand, they said, no, we're not going to wait. Check this one out. Thailand, one of Asia's largest adopters when it comes to crypto, says it will prevent and prohibit usage of digital assets as a means of payment for goods and services. That doesn't mean you can't buy and hold it, but they're going to force you through a bottleneck of an on and off ramp of a CBDC or a stablecoin. Look right here from Ratha Kahneman, new Ripple partner, new Ripple corridor. Check it out. Ripple partner QNB October 4th mentions that Ripple partnership and the new corridor opened between Qatar and Qatar, however you say it, Qatar or Qatar, and QNB Finansbank, Turkey. How about that one? This is a reminder too that this is a pretty big world we're living in, and we're going to hear from Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve and the United States Treasury Undersecretary before we get out of here today of what's going on with the executive order, and those agencies are respective inside of that executive order. You're going to want to know about it. This is a quick reminder that the lawsuit for Ripple and the SEC could be right around the corner. We are looking for that, but here is some information we're going to want to pay attention to. John Deaton says right here, when someone finally asked Bill Hinman about the $15 million from the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance member Simpson Thacker, I guarantee he denies knowing that the law firm was a member of the EEA. I think he nails it on that one. But it gets better. This is from Belarusis 2020. Bill here, who says sometimes as a lawyer, and this is in reference to the Estabrook notes, which by the way we're waiting to hear about on a ruling from the judge in the SEC versus Ripple, and hopefully that is any day now. But listen to what he says here. It's a pretty good overview here. He says sometimes as a lawyer you need to stand back a moment, consider how something looks to a judge in a matter. Take the Estabrook notes. Ripple seeks. The judge knows from the material before her the following. The notes were found late and incidental to a departing lawyer, cleaning his office, and not from the SEC searches for relevant documents. She knows Ripple claim they are relevant to Garlinghouse's understanding and knowledge and possibly exculpatory. She knows that the decision to pierce privilege cannot be deferred if they are privileged, because Garlinghouse's motion to dismiss the claim against him was dismissed. She knows the SEC has had no trouble finding and disclosing documents from this class of documents when the document seems to assist its case. That's a big one. She knows that the SEC is stridently resisting disclosure of this particular document. What impression does this conduct of the SEC overall give the judge on the relevance and potentially probative value and exculpatory nature of these notes to Garlinghouse's defense? In summation, Bill says, this is why I'm confident Ripple will succeed on this motion. Pretty powerful. Now, it doesn't guarantee that Bill's right, but I love the way he put that out and walked us all through that look at it from the judge's standpoint. What an excellent point of view, Bill. Thank you. And here is two lawyers sitting down here. It's J.W. Verrett, a former SEC advisor, recently left, and with disdain and some harsh words for Gary Gensler's SEC, sitting down with the one and only John Deaton. Listen to this exchange right here.
He's eliminated one of the factors. For example, not just...
By the way, this is talking about the recent language change in to expect profits solely from the efforts of others being changed and losing the word solely in the wording of the Howey test. I mean, this is just unheard of here. But take a listen to this clip really quickly.
The solely factor, but he says if there's an expectation of profit. But as you know, the Howey decision says that an investment of money in a common enterprise and the promoter has led the people to believe, right? The word is led to believe an reasonable expectation of profits.
That is a huge point he's making, that obviously Ripple has never led anyone to believe that they can expect profits from XRP ever. Keep listening.
And the issue there is, and I know because there's 65,000 XRP holders, and I have absolutely talked to thousands of them, believe it or not, through affidavits and things of that nature. And it turns out that the majority of first-time purchasers of XRP, they were aware of the term Ripple, because Ripple and XRP was used interchangeably, but they were unaware of a software company, or a company that sold software to banks, called Ripple. And my question to you is, can you enter into a common enterprise if you are oblivious with that promoter and that common enterprise exists?
Well, under the vertical commonality, I don't think you can. You might be able to under horizontal commonality as it's understood now. But again, it's understood now in a way that's far beyond what the Supreme Court originally intended, I think. But yeah, I noticed that in your brief and your filings, and I thought it's incredible that never before has there been an SEC enforcement action where so many people, tens of thousands, how many is it that joined your amicus?
66,000.
66,000 people the SEC is purporting to protect. Say, don't protect me. That's it. That's incredible. And that speaks to just, case selection. Is this the right case to be spending your time on? There are real rug pulls, real Ponzi schemes, real frauds.
Agreed.
In that purport.
Okay, forgive me for stopping that and interrupting you guys. I had the FedEx guy pull up out front. It was a package I needed to sign for, so I had to pause everything, run down, sign for it. I may overlap this a little bit, but let me give you the last part of this where J.W. Verrett, a former SEC Advisor Committee member, tells you what the real deal is. Take a listen.
Case selection. Is this the right case to be spending your time on? There are real rug pulls, real Ponzi schemes, real frauds.
Agreed.
In that purport to be crypto that I don't think is legit crypto, and none of us who are mainstream crypto like or respect or want anything to do with. Why is the SEC spending its time there?
Wow, so well said. Sorry for the interruption again, but now let's talk about what the latest is in the individual defendants in the case with Ripple versus the SEC here. This is fresh off the press right here from James K. Filan. The SEC request for an extension of time was granted in a text-only order. It stated, the SEC shall inform the court of its position on whether any additional discovery is required within a week of the filing of the individual defendants. He goes on to say, answers, the parties are directed to meet and confer as to a briefing schedule for summary judgment motions. The parties shall submit a joint proposed schedule for the court's approval no later than 1 week after the SEC submission. So we're really getting down to it now, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, I don't think we've had that court-ordered settlement conference either at this point. If we have, I haven't seen it posted that it has taken place where it's supposed to be mediated by Judge Netburn. But let's keep going, because now we turn to the Treasury, who is rearing their head here, and they're saying that they are forming consensus over stablecoin oversight. Very quickly, I give you this. If you just take a look at this, it says, obviously, U.S. officials have warned could pose systemic dangers when talking about crypto and stable coins and how fast they're growing. Systemic dangers. I've said this for over 2 years about FSOC, the Treasury, and now OFAC as well on the foreign side of this, that I believe they're going to have a lot to say when it comes to stable coins, and I believe they'll have a lot to say even potentially when we're talking about XRP and maybe even XLM. The Treasury is working with Congress on various proposals, according to Nellie Liang, the Under Treasury Secretary. The department's Under Secretary for the Domestic Finance says there's a broad agreement that risks posed by stablecoins need to be addressed, especially when given the growth of the market.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.